What's up, Project Leaders? This is Keith Wilson, your favorite outreach minister at Centerpoint, shooting you a quick video. I thought it'd be easier to do it this way, informally, to kind of get you some last-minute instructions. It is Monday, June 10th, which means X Days is just 13 days away, and we are under 2 weeks to the date. So if you're watching this video, then you're probably a project leader at one of our sites from any of the churches. So first of all, thank you. And second of all, it's going to be an incredible day. So I'm excited about what's going to happen and what God is going to do clearly through this day, and He's going to be brought glory and honor by what you're doing, by what your church is doing, and I'm just pumped about it. So I want to give you a few instructions about how we can make the day go really well, and how you can make sure that the people who show up at your projects are well aware of what's happening and have everything they need to show up and get ready and understand really the vision and purpose behind why you're doing what you're doing at your site. So we're going to talk about that real quick. First of all, you should be already by now have the draft of your project plan that's ready to go out. They all look just like this. Handy dandy X Days logo. It's real similar on the top with the time frame here. What we need you to do is edit this document specific to your own site. So you should have one that has some of this information already entered in it as to where you're serving and what's going on. But I want you to notice something that's really good about the way this one works here. If you notice, this is a great one. The purpose statement, look how long that is. That's incredible for Shelly here. I'll give her some props for what she's done here to give people a real vision behind why people are going to Serve City. So you notice what she said, and this is the most important piece, then the details of what goes on. So make sure this is edited well. Notice hers there. The staff at Serve City suggested Serve City is not only a homeless shelter, it's also involved in low-income housing. In the past 5 years or so, they've built 3 apartment buildings. Because of the transience of these homes, you notice down here a little further, the next step approach, many are moving in and out constantly, and because of that, constant upkeep is necessary. So therefore, the Serve City staff have 4 apartments repainted, and they need help with that in every way possible. So great way for Shelly to kind of pitch the vision of why we're going to be serving at Serve City that day. And the next thing here, notice the project description. Make sure you've got all the details in there of what you're doing, and then on the back, typically, you're going to have what to wear, what to bring, all your special site instructions. So take this document when you get it sent to you from your primary liaison at your church, edit it as best you can, and here's the goal. Today is Monday, the 10th, and on tomorrow we will complete the assignments as to where everybody's going to be, and we'll make sure that by tomorrow night that is distributed to all of the churches so that the churches can confirm with all of our volunteers for June 23rd, Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, where they are assigned. So in that confirmation, I'm going to tell them that they will have in their hand this project plan completed, final, from you as a project leader, whoever you are, by Friday of this week. So that is coming up quickly. Obviously, today, the 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th is Friday. So I'm going to commit to them that they're going to have this project plan from you as a project leader by the 14th of this week. Make sure you get that ready to roll. And I'll tell them if they have questions to certainly contact the liaison at your church. So get that out by this Friday, if not earlier at all possible. We try to include pictures of our sites if we have them, just give them a simple, quick idea as to what they're doing, and I'd email those out as well. Additionally, if you can call or email them individually if they have questions, I would strongly urge you to do that by this weekend sometime. The goal, again, is to get people there, help them understand this is why you're here. This is what you're supposed to be doing, and when you show up, you have everything you need to be successful and ready to go. A couple other things here. The day of, starting at 8:30 is when worship is going to begin at most of the churches. Some of you aren't doing that. We had a great tech meeting the other day. So you're going to get to your church at 8:30, do some worship, watch the live video stream, and then head out to your projects. As a project leader, one thing I always tell our project leaders to make sure they do early on is during that worship service, make sure you know when we're going to cut off. And so if you're watching the live stream, then I'm going to get up towards the end. It's really just going to be a 10 or 12 minute live stream. So once that starts, you've got about 10 or 12 minutes before people are going to be leaving to go to their sites and serve. Especially at churches that are doing this as a whole church, I tell our project leaders, when I get up and share the vision of why we're doing this, I'm going to ask people to pray with me for a minute, to pray for their site in silence, and then to go out and do it. And when I say, hey, let's pray, I make sure that our project leaders are ready to slip out then, go jump in their car, and make sure that you're the first ones to your site so that you're ready to rock and roll before anybody else shows up. So make that a plan of yours that you leave first. We always end up with a bit of a traffic jam right in the parking lot because we've got 500 people trying to leave all at the same time instead of trickling out like they might on a Sunday morning. So make sure you do that. A couple other quick things. When you get to your site, make sure everything ready to go as soon as people get there. And the first thing we want you to do is to give them again the vision of why we're here. Hey, we're at this homeless shelter today because of this. Hey, we're at this foster family's home today because they've adopted 4 kids after they raised 2 of their own, and they've got wallpaper that needs to come down because this is the bathroom that their kids use, or this is part of the basement that the foster kids come into. They want it to feel like home because these kids are orphans. Maybe it's an elderly woman's home who's been alone for years. And whatever it is, whatever project you're doing, there's a reason that we're there because of the need. Help people to see that. When you start. Then I want you to pray together for that site, for God to bring glory to what you're doing. And then next thing I really want to make sure you do is that you take a picture, have somebody on their phone, their smartphone, take a quick picture of your team wearing their X-Day shirt. Make sure you wear your X-Day shirt that day and encourage your team to do that. Take that picture and we're going to have you post that on Facebook. So if you have not liked us on Facebook yet, you need to do that now. Go to Facebook, put in Faith Alliance X Days 2013. It'll pop up. Like it, and our intent is that you'll see 100 teams' pictures show up as the morning goes and see a couple pictures of them working throughout the day. So we have this whole catalog happen on June 23rd of all these projects that are occurring, and you can see that real time and right away. If you get done early at your site, whichever church you're with, make sure you call your liaison and speak to them, whoever that is at Crestview or Royal Redeemer or whatever, and report in that you have maybe 10 or 50 volunteers who are going to be done early, and they may assign you someplace else to help wrap something up. If your church doesn't have something and you have people willing to continue, then please contact Centerpoint. We're going to be trying to keep track of all the projects at the same time that need more volunteers. So once you get to your site, if you see that you're going to get done early, call 779-8800. Again, 779-8800. We need some good reverb, like a bad, automobile commercial. And talk to Tom or Dennis and tell them, hey, we're getting ready to leave, this pregnancy care center or this school. We've got about 20 volunteers who have another hour. Is there someplace close by? And chances are there are other volunteers close by who need some help wrapping something up, and we'll send them there. And we'd love to have you do that. Like us on Facebook. If you have questions, talk to your liaison. Again, get this project plan. You'll have it in your mailbox in the next day from us or from your project leader at your church, your liaison. Make sure you get that out to your volunteers. They're going to be expecting that. That's one of the things that makes this day an incredible success, is having access to those details ahead of time so people are ready to roll. I think that's it. Thank you, guys. You'll hear more from us, I'm sure. Time to rock and roll and be in prayer for you guys. Thank you.